going on, gang? I'm up in here, had to fix some things on the audio side. But anyway, look, man, we're gonna talk about these these four fights, bro. But we definitely also gonna get into real quick. We're gonna talk about Subriel, Matias, however you want to pronounce it, and David Benavidez, bro. Because look like we got two problems in boxing, man. I mean, as far as my eyes can see, you know what I'm saying? So I could be wrong. But we're gonna talk about who could probably beat these two dudes, man. All right, who could beat these two dudes? Because it's funny because these two, their styles, like the two fights, the way they were fighting is similar. The way Subriel, Matias, and David Benavidez were fighting was similar. The way the fights ended was similar. Hey, don't y'all find that kind of crazy? That's crazy, bro. Um, but what happened? The what? Good. Thank you for telling me. They know what time it is. They know if they didn't move, what was gonna happen. Yeah, my bad, y'all. My bad. But let's get into the first fight of the night, man. It was Let me know if y'all can. First of all, let me know if y'all can hear me, man. This fucking flies is fucking bothering me, dude. Damn. Let me know if y'all can hear me, man. If y'all can hear me, drop a comment. Mic should be pretty clear because this is a good microphone. But look, so we got Lamont Roach versus Hector Garcia, man. Shout out to Jamel Herring for stopping by the video that I made the other day. I made a video talking about the prediction. Okay, I was talking about who will win that fight, and I had mentioned Jamel Herring in the video. He stopped by. Shout out to the champ. And Jamel Herring said he wanted to run it. He wanted to run it back with Lamont Roach. He said he hoped that he can run it back with him if he wins. He want him to win so he can run it back. I love to see that. Jamel Herring, he has dog in him, man. He can pull a dog out of him when he wants to. He's a fighter from New York. We fighters, man. That's what we do. But anyway, I had Lamont Roach winning that fight by decision. The reason why I had him winning by decision because I knew like he was a little bit more active. He had to me, um, he's more of a volume puncher than Hector Garcia is. But in this fight, he was a little bit, Lamont Roach. I think he had a little layoff, so he wasn't the sharpest, but he was pressing the action a lot in that fight. So that counts for something. That counts for something. So Hector Garcia was way too hesitant. He was way too elusive. He wasn't really bringing the fight much to Lamont Roach. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're a champion, bro. You gotta both of them, you're a champ, you gotta show you ain't coming to get my motherfucking belt. This is my belt. You got to take this shit from me. You feel what I'm saying? And as far as Lamont Roach, you know what I'm saying, he was missing a lot of his shots, but you know what I mean, he looked like to the judges that he was really pressing the action because he was. He was pressing the action more than Hector Garcia was. Salute, simply Amira. What's going on, fam? What's going on? What's up? Thanks for stopping through. So Lamont Roach is now the new WBA 130-pound champion, man. And they, asked him what did he want next. He called out Cordina and who the fuck else? He called out O'Shaquie Foster. Now, who did he not talk about? Who didn't he call out? Because there's another champion in that division. He didn't call him out. He didn't even say his name. He didn't even say his name, bro. Who that is? Y'all know who that is. And strangely enough, that's the guy, that I think will smash Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? The Cordina, I don't think he's a real threat to Lamont Roach. O'Shaquie Foster is not an easy fight either. You know what I mean? I would like to see it. I just don't think Lamont Roach has enough in him to beat them dudes, bro. I just don't think he got enough in him to do that. Hector Garcia, I told y'all, man. I said I think it was quite possible that Tank Davis could have damaged him, man. Or you got these dudes moving up in weight. He goes up to fight Tank, and he's too small, bro. He went up there and he got his fucking Tank knocked his sight loose, bro. That's crazy. You know what I mean? So yeah, Foster beats him, bro. O'Shaquie is a dog, man. O'Shaquie is a dog. You know what I mean? That last fight with O'Shaquie Foster, bro, that had to. What round was that? That was like probably round of the fucking year. That was crazy. That was crazy. But shout out to Lamont Roach. He got the belt. He fought for it. He got it. He's the new champ. Honestly though, if he lined it up with one of these other dudes, like if he lined it up with O'Shaquie or damn man, I'm having a brain freeze. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Man, I know who got the other belts. I'm just tripping right now. But he lined it up with any of the other dudes, he loses, bro. Cordina, he probably beat him, but the other dudes, no. He I don't think Lamar Roach got it in him. Moving on. The next fight we got, yeah, man. Tank ended him, bro. I said this. I said, yo, bro. In the prediction, I said we got to see if Hector Garcia is the same, or you know if Hector Garcia that fought Chris Gobert gonna show up, and it didn't, man. It didn't. It didn't. Now that knockdown was bullshit though. That knockdown that was a punch behind the head. It kind of like knocked him down. He knocked him down. He didn't. That wasn't a real knockdown. They should never counted it as a knockdown. That was bull, bro. I ain't like that. I ain't like that. But the next fight, what was the second fight of the night? Man, I'm tripping tonight, bro. I'm having all kind of brain fog. What the fuck is going on with me? The second fight of the night was god damn, dude. I apologize, man. I'm a little tired. Second fight was it wasn't Charlo. That was the co-main. The second fight of the night was oh yeah, Subriel Matias versus I can never pronounce his first name, so I'm not gonna chop son name up. So I'm gonna just say Ergashev. All right, now you saw the little face of Ergashev is the tough guy and flexing hard and all this. So, but the fight, well, that was a good fight. Get into the fight, you got Ergashev piecing up Matias the first round. That jab knocked him back. And I was saying to myself, damn, Ergashev dude, look at him. Ergashev always been a good. I always liked Ergashev. Fast, got some good power, but I was thinking, man, it was looking like at first because I'm like, this is usually Matias though. That's what he do in the beginning of the fight. But for some reason, I was getting a little worried. But then I started. I think what was it, round three? Because Ergashev was doing this thing from like round one to like round three. I think like after round three, bro, that was it, man. He started whatever he was doing, and it didn't look like Matias was doing much. He got those punches, bro, that it don't look like he. It's like effortless. It's kind of like Better Biev when he be punching, and it's almost like you see him punching. It's just like, okay, that shit don't hurt. It looked like it's nothing, but them shits hurt. Them shits hurt. So he was getting to Ergashev. Ergashev was letting his hands go. He got kind of gassed out in a sense. So I think it was around 4, 5. That was it, bro. He was just pretty much coasting. Ergashev was trying. A lot of steam was coming off his. He was just pretty much. He wasn't throwing with authority like he was doing in the first 3 rounds. And then you already know the ultimate happened, man. Another corner stoppage for Matias again. I think it was like the 5th corner stoppage for Matias. My man got 5 corner stoppages in a row, dude. And bro, he's a Terminator, man. We're gonna talk about him after I talk about the other two fights. We're gonna talk about him, and we're going to talk about David Benavidez, man, because this needs to be discussed, bro. These two dudes right here, these two monsters, they have to be talked about real quick. So Matias defended his 130-pound title. I'm sorry, 140-pound title against Ergashev. Three other champions at the division. Currently got Regis, Tio, and Rolly. We're gonna talk about them in a minute. But third fight, the co-main, Jamal Charlo versus Jose Benavidez Jr. I had Charlo winning that fight by knockout. I had him winning, was it the 8th or ninth round knockout? Didn't pull it off. I'm not mad at him for not pulling off the knockout. I mean, he was off for 2 years. He was knocking off some rust. And in my humble opinion, bro, he looked good, bro. He looked good. And my thing is this, I think he was in there trying to get rounds in, bro. It looked like he could have knocked him out. Because Benavidez was hurt. I think he hurt him. That first shot he hit him with hurt him. It looked like, and then Charlo didn't jump on it. So right there, I said, yeah, he just trying. I think he's trying to get some rounds in, like some practice. Because it looked like, I think he had, was it the left he hit him with? He hurt him. He hurt him in the first round. He could have got him. He could have jumped on him and got him out of there, man. Charlo, he looked strong. He looked well balanced. He looked sharp. His jab always was a problem, man. His jab was problematic for Benavidez the whole fight. Benavidez stood his ground. This is what they do. I'll give Benavidez his credit. He never backs down. He always standing. He's there for you to fight. He's gonna come and bring the fight to you. He tried to. He had little glimpses of. He looked like his little brother with the flurries, the fast flurries and stuff, but not as good as David Benavidez. I mean, obviously, but yeah, I was surprised how good Charlo looked, man. I was afraid he was gonna have a Oliver McCall meltdown in that ring, but thankfully he didn't. Hopefully this got his wind back under his feet, and this is something he needed to do, and he can move and he can elevate from here. But he still need work. I would recommend don't let him fight Benavidez or nobody like that right now. Maybe Demetrius Andrade could line it up with Charlo finally, something like that, or like maybe Demond Nicholson or somebody like that, just to so he can get a little bit more comfortable fighting some more. Great scrap though. His WBC title wasn't on the line. A lot of people was upset about that, but it is what it is. Then now we talk about the main event, bro. Demetrius Andrade, David Benavidez. That fight was almost similar to the Ergashev fight. Everything about it was similar to the Ergashev Matias fight. Benavidez, Ergashev started off good. Andrade started off good. They was flurries. Both of them was throwing combinations. First 2-3 rounds, David was throwing a little bit. Matias was throwing a little bit. Then at one point, almost the same time for both fights, round 3, 4-ish, the tides fucking changed, bro. The only difference is for Andrade, he hit the canvas in the 4th round. Ergashev didn't. So that was the only difference. But you saw they started pouring it on their opponent around the same fucking time. It was amazing to watch, bro. That was an amazing, both fights. No complaints. No complaints. But Andrade gave it his all. There's nothing to be ashamed about. We lose some, we win some, we lose some. I'm still proud of Andrade. I think he's too small for 168. I think maybe he belongs back down at 160. He looked really good the first 3 rounds. And then I think the 4th round, I think Benavidez hit with a low blow. I don't think it was even really that low. I don't think it was really that low. Andrade said it was, so he gonna milk the time. You know what they do. And then I see it seems like almost after that happened, it just went downhill for him, bro. It's like he turned off something just clicked off inside of Andrade. It was weird. It was like, okay, he just didn't look the same no more, bro. I'm like, damn, what the I think it was Benavidez must have hit him with something. I don't know if that was before the so-called low blow. I have to go back and watch. But after the fourth round, after that knockdown, that was it. Uh, he was still fighting. He was still trying. Even up before the knockout, he was still, banging it out with Benavidez. And that's how you go out on your shield if you're gonna go out on your shield, bro. So I got utmost respect for Demetrius Andrade for doing that. He didn't fold, he didn't bend, but the sixth round, he was getting beat up in there, bro. I never saw his eye like that, bro. So I'm starting to think, like, I hope he didn't break his eye socket. He goes to the corner, they go look at him, and the corner like, all right, we stopping it, bro. A lot of people was complaining about that. They saying they think Andrade quit without saying anything, but I mean, that's his corner. If his corner say that's it, but they like, yo, he didn't put up he didn't object to it. He didn't say, no, I don't want to stop. I don't want, keep going, keep going. But it's their job, man. Because if he would have kept going, it would have been worse. He would have got beat up real bad, bro, real bad. So, no shame goes out to Demetrius Andrade. He took all that power from Benavidez was just too much. Andrade just didn't have the power to keep him off him. He was doing well. He showed some things. In a sense, how can you beat Benavidez? You got to use them weird ass angles that Andrade was using. You can catch him with them weird angles, but you got to have them weird angles. You got to have the power, and you got to have the stamina, bro, and the defense, man. And that's the only way, straight up. But David Benavidez, you already know who he called out. Y'all Canelo fans, come on, man. Come on. I already seen Canelo fans talking about David need to fight David Morrell. No, no, no. No David Morrell. Benavidez. Or drop the belts, right? Let the belts go. Don't hold up the fucking division like that. Drop the belts. Let them other dudes get those belts, man. I don't understand this shit, bro. It's like, if you ain't gonna fight the Mexican monster, why are you holding on to the belts? If you already gonna campaign at other divisions, let the belts go. There's dudes that are working hard to get where they at that want to fight for those belts, man. That's to me disrespectful, bro. When you holding on to straps and you're not letting the other fighters get a chance to crack at them. No, that's disrespectful, man. Disrespectful. So we waiting to see what Canelo say now. We already know. We heard Canelo's supposed to be fighting Jaime Munguia, a 160 pounder. He's supposed to be fighting Jaime Munguia. Listen, man, Terrence Crawford is one of my favorite fighters. If that was Bud doing some slick shit like that, you got to start holding these fighters accountable, bro. You can't be that much of a fanboy where you don't want to hold your guy accountable, bro. It's clear he don't really want the smoke. Unless he pretended he don't want it, then he just pop out of nowhere and want the smoke. I don't know, bro. But he could have been fought Benavidez, man. How long ago? Let the belts go, bro. Let him go. Why hasn't he been stripped yet? Why hasn't the IBF been taken away from Canelo yet? Just saying. Anyway, those was a very good fight card. I mean, one of the best. That's Showtime's last. That's Showtime's last fight. Last broadcast in boxing. That's it for them. So allegedly, PBC is going over to Amazon Prime. Was it Amazon Prime? Yeah, I think so. But let's talk about these two monsters here that we got in boxing, bro. David Benavidez and Subriel Matias. Let's talk about Subriel Matias first, man. Um, they call him the Terminator. I could kind of see why, because he looks like one of these fighters that when you fighting him, he gives a he almost play possum, just like Tank. You know, Tank is smarter, but it's the same thing. It's like you punching on this dude, and you like, I got him. But then he's just like, nah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see I can take this dude power, and then the minute I'm gonna let him start tiring himself out, and then when he start tiring himself out, I'm gonna start knocking his block off. That's what Matias does. So 140, man. We got him as a champ. We got Rolly. We got Regis. We got Teofimo Lopez. The belts are scattered. We might have a hard time getting undisputed at 140, man. The reason why. How many times do you hear people call out this dude's name? You don't really hear anybody talk about Subriel Matias, man. Regis Prograde, we acting like he don't even exist. The dude killed somebody in the ring already. Dadashev, shout out to him. R.I.P. to Dadashev, man. And from my knowledge, man, uh, after he killed Dadashev, he went into like maybe like some kind of a, I guess it bothered him a bit. He went into doing drugs, and then he ended up losing his first fight. Then he came back and redeemed himself and got the knockout against the person that beat him. So those other champions at 140, I don't see him get. I think it's gonna be hard to get these dudes in the ring with him, man. Now Devin Haney's in 140 now, right? If Devin Haney is as fearless as people think he is, after he fights Regis, will Haney call out Matias? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's talking about he'll fight Tank at 135. Bad idea. I don't agree with that. I already made a video on that. Y'all can go check that out. I don't believe he should bend in full for Tank Davis. Should be somewhere in the middle. But who beats this dude, Subriel Matias, man? Who beats him? So I mean, 140 is looking really dangerous, man, right now. It really is. You got a lot of all of the dudes that hold belts are power punchers. You got new dudes moving up in the division, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. You got other killers there already. Well, I think Zepeda's there still. You got the Gary Antoine Russell. He's another one that has a 100% knockout ratio. Nobody talks about Gary Antoine Russell having a 100% KO ratio too, right? So at 140, the fighters that are currently at 140, let's talk about them first. Who beats Subriel Matias? The dude he has heavy hands, man. He has one of them that type of power that the scary power, like the power that like when Tank hits you, you see him throwing everything. This dude is like when he hits you, it's just like okay, it's like it's just the power is just there. It's so natural for him. He don't even have to throw hard to hurt you, and that's dangerous. You know what I mean? So, um, it's all about who can take his punch, bro, or who can take his pressure, man. The pressure in the and he got looked like he got a chin because he was taking some shit from Ergashev, and Ergashev could punch. He wasn't affected, bro. How can you beat somebody like that? You know what I mean? He has the power already. He's not. If he could take your punch, he's gonna keep walking through your shit. He don't care, but you gonna have to take his shit too. Dangerous, man. So I see T.O. cracking and folding. He's probably a stock Teofimo Lopez. Regis, he acting a little nervous, scary. He don't really bring him up much. I don't think Regis has the confidence. It seems like I don't know, but they should be calling this dude out after this Dev fight. I mean, how long does Subriel Matias have the strap? Regis should have already called him out. I think did Regis call him out before? I heard Regis talk about it maybe one time, maybe twice. That's it. But Rolly, forget about it. He'll steamroll Rolly. He'll steamroll him. Rolly's power at 140 is a little questionable right now. Tiafimo's power at 140 might be a little questionable too. Um, so look, man, it's not. Yeah. So this is Subriel's weight class. He belongs there. Regis, he's his power is good at 140. So we already know how he is at 140. Can Gary Antoine Russell beat him? He can. I mean, we don't know, man. Can he take his punches? It comes down to that at the end of the day. Who can take whose punch and for how long, and how many of them punches can you evade for how long, and do you got a tank? Do you got stamina? There might not be anybody that beats this guy at his division, man. Just saying, it might not be anybody that beat him. So that leads me to some other people. They're not at 140. They're at 135. Do these dudes beat Subriel Matias? Only a handful, like two dudes that I gotta mention. I just gotta mention them. Well, Devin Haney, he's at 142. I forgot about this. Devin Haney beat him. I can't say that. We have to see how Dev looks against Regis first. Now, according to Devin Haney, he's going in there to put Regis on the meme. And look, you know, the thing is about, I like Dev. The thing is, we've heard Dev say this before. We've heard him talk about he's going to do this and that and the third, and then he gets in there, he doesn't do it. He doesn't look fascinating. He looks like he's pretty much trying to like get through the fight. So I said this. I told people this last week. If Dev don't go in there and do what he said he was gonna do, he don't go in there and press Regis, or he's talking all that shit about Shakur, and if he go in there and do the same thing, what about his stock dropping? You know what I mean? Damn, this fucking fly, bro. What the fuck? Sorry, y'all. Anyway, so I don't know. Devin is questionable, and can he take his power? We gotta see how he did with Regis' power, man. Regis don't punch nearly as hard as this Matias dude. If he can't take Regis' power, he definitely not taking Matias' power. Just keeping it real. So 135, who's down there? If they were at 140, could they beat this dude? So I have to bring up a couple of people. I just have to. Yeah, I know y'all ain't gonna want me to bring up. There's one of them you ain't gonna want me to bring up, but I'm gonna bring up him anyway. Shakur Stevenson. Can Shakur beat him? Shakur fears power punches, man. He can't. He was afraid of the power of, I think, De Los Santos. People keep saying he was scared of Nakatia. He was more aggressive against Nakatia. Got him. Got your ass. Yeah, he was more aggressive against Nakatia. So he's going to be extra cautious against Matias, man. So Shakur, no. He's not aggressive enough. We still don't know how his chin is. So you got to X Shakur out of that. There's levels. We get it. Shakur has a good defense. But it takes more than that, man. You need dog, man. You need a chin. For those kind of fighters like that, it's gonna take a fighter with everything to at least attempt to give him a good run for his money. It's gonna take a fighter with everything. Ergashev, he had the power. He didn't have the stamina, bro. He didn't have the stamina. He didn't have the footwork and the defense to evade that shit. You can't just stand there just because you got power. You got power. You can't just stand there because you got a chin and not move your head and not move. You can't do that. You just butt so much of that you're gonna be able to take. So Shakur, he has a skill set that can handle a lot of certain fighters with mediocre power or dudes that can't punch. Shakur probably smoke a lot of them. But when you start talking about the Gary Antoine Russells, maybe even the Regis Prograis, the Subriel Matiases, those dudes have power and chins, and they have a certain skill set. Now, Rolly and Shakur, um, even with Rolly, Rolly can hurt Shakur, man. Shakur's a little too timid with the power punches. He gonna have to get out of that shit, bro. He gonna have to. I don't know his team. They gotta sit down and talk to him, or I mean, bro. I like Shakur, man, but I mean, how far can you go? You go and face power punches, bro. He got a long career ahead of him. You know what I mean? He's young. He ain't even in his 30s yet, so he got a lot of fights in his 30s, a lot of fights left in his 20s. He's gonna run across a lot of power punches, man. Unless they start moving him funny, where they picking and choosing like who got power, who don't, so he could, you know, still feed his family, still look good. That's not gonna help him progress though. So we'll see. So that leaves only one other person, man. Y'all already know, Javante Tank Davis. How does Tank do against Matias at 140? We saw Tank at 140. We seen him against Mario Barrios. Now, Mario Barrios punches nowhere near as hard as Matias does. Um, Tank's power at 140 is still there. It's not as he's not as it's, it's not as deadly though as it is at 135. I don't believe, man. I just don't think it's that kind of power. It's there, but it ain't the way it is at 135. And Tank, one time I think Tank said that he don't really feel comfortable up there. So we just hypothetically speaking, if he was to go up to 135, could he beat Matias? Yeah, I think so. But see, people think it's gonna be the same type of fight like an Erg. It's not gonna be like an Ergachev. Now, both of these dudes um, have things to worry about from each other. That's the thing. If he was to fight Matias, Tank has to worry about that pressure. We saw how Tank do against pressure against Isak Cruz, Rolly. Tank is good on his back foot. Uh, but that dude right there bring a different type of pressure, man. I never saw anything like. He bring a different kind of pressure, man. Can Tank handle that and that kind of power coming at him? I don't know. Tank has been hit by some heavy hitters at one. A few was it? Rolly hit him. Ryan Garcia. He never got hit by nobody like Matias. Matias might be too big for him. We don't know. But Tank, Matias have to worry about getting hit by Tank too. He have to worry about that. Tank is much faster than him. Tank is better skilled than Matias. So that's why I say it's good to have. It's gonna take somebody with power. Tank has the power. It's gonna take somebody with the footwork. Tank has the footwork with the IQ. Tank got the IQ, and he got the speed. It's gonna take a lot of that. It's gonna take moving around, evade the punches, and the problem is though I think for Tank is he start off slow, man. He don't have the volume in the beginning. So what it would probably look like is Tank backpedaled a lot to try to read Matias for the first couple of rounds. You'll see him really defensive, trying to counter Matias when Matias pressures him. Can Matias take his punch? It's gonna come down to who can take whose punch. But Tank always lose a lot of the first, like his earlier rounds, and then he start turning it up a notch. But here's the thing, when you get hit by somebody like that, um, are you going to be willing later on in the fight? You got that much dog in you that you like, I'm gonna let my hands go. I'm gonna press this dude, and I'm gonna have to feel this power, but I'm gonna press him. He gonna feel my shit too. Is it smart for Tank to get into an exchange with Matias, kind of like how Ergashev was doing? I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns with that fight. A lot of unknowns with that fight. But Tank could hurt him. Matias definitely could hurt him. That's why that one will be interesting to see how it unfolds. But I think Tank would probably end up like beating him on decision because he could probably outbox Matias. I think Tank his outboxing, moving around, he could do that, and he still got the power to probably keep Matias honest. But like I said, at 140, you know what I'm saying? It's probably because he knocked down Barrios, but it was like Barrios kept like it wasn't like clean knockout shit like he was doing like he did like a against Leo Santa Cruz and some of these other dudes. It was different. So that might be a fight Tank can't win, bro. Just being real. So at least now, this Matias dude looking a little bit indestructible right now. Just keeping it real. As far as David Benavidez, nobody at 168 beats him. Nobody at 168 beats him. Not even David Morrell. David Morrell got good power and all that, but I think I don't know if he can take David Benavidez's punch. I don't know. Nobody. I remember it was one time, man, people used to say Edgar Berlanga could beat Benavidez. I was like, y'all fucking out your mind. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? But I can't figure out who beats this dude. Even Canelo, bro. Canelo got a chance. You know what I mean? But bro, the way you've been moving, bro, everybody's a little, kind of questioning his confidence in fighting and beating Benavidez. Everybody, the whole world's waiting to see what he gonna say. I mean, Canelo fights twice a year, May and in September, right? So that's enough time for Benavidez to prepare and get ready for that fight. He'll probably take a tune up or something like that, touch up somewhere around we in November. I say maybe like a February fight, something like that. They take like a little fight in February, and then after that, if Canelo answers the call, he trained for Canelo going to like maybe March or something like that. So we'll see. But nobody at 168 beats him. 175, there's some people up there that might give him some problems, like Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. Beterbiev with that scary power. I've seen Beterbiev hurt before. He's been hurt. He's been dropped. So has Benavidez. He's been dropped, but I've never seen Benavidez really hurt yet, like hurt. I've never seen Bivol hurt. I've seen Bivol hurt one time when he was fighting Joe Smith. I've seen him wobbled. I've never seen him hurt. Besides that, but Bivol could possibly. I saw a comment on one of these channels. Some guy was saying how Bivol don't got the power to beat Benavidez. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? This is 175 we talking about, man. He might seem like he don't have the power when it comes to other 175ers, but bro, he can hurt Benavidez, bro. He got the power to hurt. Well, he didn't hurt Canelo. Canelo's a little different. We don't know how Canelo got a unrealistic chin, man. So Benavidez, who has he really got hit by? I mean, let's be honest. Who has really cracked? Who had enough crack to really hurt him, man? Not Demetrius Andrade. Who? Maybe well, it wasn't Caleb Plant. Wasn't Ronald Ellis. Kyron Davis fought him, I think, too, right? Wasn't Kyron Davis. Anthony Durrell had a little bit of crack. He took his shot pretty good. So who has really chin checked him with some power? See, that's another thing. So we gotta be honest about this here, man. So 175 is unknown territory. So he could very well get beat by Bivol or definitely Artur Beterbiev. If he can't hurt Beterbiev, that's a problem. We don't know yet. I would love to see that fight. I would love to see him fight Bivol and Beterbiev, but as of 168, nobody. So the only two that probably could beat him in different ways, though, is Bivol. Bivol can even knock him out. You don't know that, but he can definitely decision beat him on the cards. We don't know if he'll be able to take Bivol's power, man. Just because you think Bivol because he's not known for a lot of knockouts, Benavidez can end up moving up to 160, 175, and then end up getting in fights Bevel, and Bevel hit him with something he don't like, and he get hurt. That's Benavidez. That's he's not a 175er right now. He has to get accustomed to that. So that's just my take on all of this, man. Subriel Matias is a monster. David Benavidez is a monster. I want to see who's going to answer the call for these two dudes, man. Especially Matias, because you got a lot of quiet dudes at 140, man. I don't hear nobody saying this dude's name, bro. I want to hear somebody say this man's name, bro. Like, yo, I want to smoke with you, Subriel. What's up? Subriel Matias. I want to smoke. Let's go. If you don't hear that, bro, I mean, after that performance he put on, you probably ain't gonna hear that shit, bro. You probably ain't gonna hear it, man. So we'll see. But I'm about to get up off this, man. I had to get up here and just chop it up with y'all real quick. So I know it's Sunday. Should have got on Saturday night, but I was tired. But we gonna chop it up some more, man. So I got some more stuff coming. Y'all stay tuned. Yo, Simply Amira, appreciate you for stopping by, sister. Absolutely. Y'all go sub up to this sister right here. Hold on, let me put the comment up there. This is the sister Simply Amira J. Y'all go sub up to her. Wonderful sister, good channel. S. Dreeza, thanks for stopping by, homeboy. Much appreciated. It's Rebel like boxing, bro. I'll catch y'all later on the next one. Love y'all all. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday night. And I'm off this.